So, final map is going to be Metropolis. Metropolis PvP we haven't seen in quite a while. In quite a while, indeed.
You're actually right there.
Let's go over some builds that can be very reasonable on this map. I feel like, well, obviously, like Colossus 4-gate is going to be basically non-existent, so you can count that out.
Yep, yep.
And because of that, you can be more greedy in some ways. But I feel like this is a great map for Warp Prism 4-gates.
Yeah.
It's really good for that.
It really is. Just the architecture of how the main works, just the low ground, high ground advantages, and also the amount of space that there is to really kind of exploit your opponent in their main as well. You can actually find locations where your opponent just doesn't have vision in your base, and that's something that rarely happens on a lot of maps. Most players like MC do take a lot of precaution for that kind of thing, but you never know. You never know, and even if they do, it can still do a lot of damage.
Okay, so let's just jump into this game, introduce the players, because I want to go over these strategies a lot more, actually, because you know, this is a map we don't see as much anymore. So, players, if you would.
Sorry, of course, of course. We do have over in the eastern position here as our... Oh, wait a minute, I'm over in the west right now. Sorry, Fezza. We do have over in the west as our red Protoss, and we have Mr. Grubby. And
you know, he was just thinking, well, that was the east for me. I'm from Australia where everything's upside down.
That's true. Oh, I'm sorry, Fez. Oh, okay. Oh, yay, the smiley face again. I love that. That's the best. And production tells us he's not smiling in real life. That's not very nice, Fez. Messing with us. If me win, I go to championship. Can you do too? Ooh, hello. Yeah. And we have MC spawning over in the east here. So Grubby saying tonight? And oh,
look
well,
at that. Yeah, I like that.
That's cute, man. MC says okay. And no retort from there? Go. Oh, okay. Okay, right. So MC inviting Grubby here to actually bring the thunder in this last game. It's been a sick 4 games. Will we have the closer of Ultimate Epicness, 200-200 double mothership? Crazy, crazy engagements.
You know, this map is a little bit crazy, and I feel like a lot of it may be chosen by build order because you can do some decisive things, like you could go for a DT rush. You could go Phoenixes. You could, I mean, that's not decisive, but I mean, you can still use any build on any map, basically, in PvP. But with how big this map is, if someone does something safe or normal, you can do something almost normal, but just tweak it. Like, for instance, you know how a lot of people fast expand with robos? On a map this large, a fast expand with a robo isn't actually that cool. What it's cool for is it blocks some cheeses.
Yeah.
But what's cooler is like a fast expand with Twilight so that you can get blink, and just because the map's so huge, you can utilize that like insanely well.
Yeah, you really can. Just starting controlling the map, starting really limiting your opponent from moving across that halfway mark. And if you can do that, you can keep them bouncing around between bases, trying to defend. And there's a bit of room to actually blink into the main as well as put pressure on the natural.
And but you know, that's something reserved for a build like that, which could be godly on a map like this. It's reserved for maps like this, or Cross Spots Whirlwind, or like an old Atlantis spaceship, something like that. So these guys aren't going to have as much practice with a build like that. So what build do you actually fall on here? It's like such a hard question. But MC right now, it's looking like a Phoenix build again. He's chrono boosting that Sentry. Grubby is running away, so it definitely could be a Phoenix build once again.
Dude, I'm liking those Phoenix builds on this map. There's so much air room to actually go with those Phoenix builds. In essence, there you go. Nicely done there, Artosis. Super clairvoyant caster. Very nice. All right, so yeah, what I was saying was that the way in which we were explaining about Blink before is in a similar way. Wow.
God. Okay, it's Stargate against Stargate, guys. So this is how this goes.
Yeah.
You either take a risk and stop going Phoenixes, or both players do nothing but build Phoenixes.
Yeah.
Like, you spend every drop of gas on Phoenix and upgrades for Phoenix.
Man, I can't believe this is the way that this best of 5 is going to conclude. Oh, hello.
I think he just told people to be quiet that we're talking around him or something.
Okay. But yeah, I cannot believe that this is how this series is going to conclude.
I know, it's wild. And the thing is, the travel time is such that you can't go across the map with your Phoenixes once you know they have Phoenixes, because they should have more when you get there.
Yeah.
So you have, and it's so funny because you get so many lifts eventually. When you both have like 7 Phoenixes or something, you now have so many lifts that you have to stay Phoenix forever, basically.
Look, Grubby slightly deviating for now, going for that Robo facility. He hasn't seen the Phoenix yet.
He's playing safe, is what's going on.
Yeah.
This is wild, man. This is so wild. I can't even believe that we're seeing this.
And just to clarify for people as to what Artos is saying there, why he's playing safe is, if his opponent, for example, was going for some kind of more aggressive stance, or the DTs, for example, he needs the Observer, he potentially needs the Immortals as well. And look at this, MC also doing the same thing, just a little bit afterwards to really kind of deal with something like that.
And in fact, his timing is slightly late, MC's is, and he got it a little bit late to get that 3rd Phoenix out a little bit quicker. So if DTs came, he'd have a harder time against him. Now, Grubby has seen the Phoenixes. Grubby is going back home. He doesn't know about the Phoenixes yet. And, in fact, there are the Phoenixes. But moving shot, and Grubby going to gain an edge here by killing this Phoenix off. Oh, my God, no. It got away. What? No, he's still going to catch it, right? He's still catching that. That's what's going on.
I don't know. It's going to be so close.
I don't know, man. This is absolute madness right now. And he brings out his Stalker and Sentry. And, okay, so now they both know they're going Phoenixes, and now it's all about making Nexuses, getting Phoenix upgrades, and going for a lot of Phoenixes.
Yeah, they're both just Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix right now. Grubby, although, look what he's doing. He's actually going for the expansion, saying, well, if this is going to be a Phoenix versus Phoenix war, again, you can't really punish this. You can't punish this expansion.
You can't. Like, and the funny thing is, if you both keep going Phoenixes, and they both have their Robo, so you can actually, I mean, you don't want to make an Observer. Actually, if one player has a Robo, then you're fine with the Observer. But if 2 have it, it's dangerous because they'll just see it and make their own. But you literally...
Num, 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 num.
Once MC makes... Oh, God. He can't overextend like this. And look at that. I mean, this is what moving a shot does. You can't go into your opponent's territory when you're both going Phoenix. So let me just go over the complete theory of this. Even though Grubby lost that one, his Nexus is so much quicker than MC's that he... probably will end up being fine because he probably can get out those few extra units to save himself if MC comes. But Grubby's being a little bit cheeky. He's adding a couple gateways. Sometimes we do see players mix in a bunch of Stalkers and then go. But I don't know. I don't like that stuff, man. I feel like you have theoretically the best play. Constant Phoenixes, constant Nexuses. Get Phoenix upgrades. Funny looking game.
But from there, I mean, God, he's getting so many things. From there, where do you go? After you've said, does it just never stop? Do you add on a second starport, a Stargate even, and then just cranking out even more and more and more?
I feel like it goes up to 2 starports, 2 Stargates. It goes into 3 Nexuses. Eventually, when you have 3 Nexuses actually somewhat saturated, then things start to get even more tricky because it's like, what actually kills Phoenixes? Like, actually kills it. Archons and High Templars. Because you can feedback and you can make an Archon which can't be lifted and does splash damage to flying units. So I feel like you need to get in the 3rd base, though, before you start that, because if you try to do that in 2 base, your opponent might find the timing to kill you with Phoenixes.
That gets to such a weird situation because you get to the point where your opponent gets some High Templars, and then you almost certainly want to go and try and do tons of harassment somehow, some way to get rid of all the energy to pick up stuff. Maybe you start picking up your own units. Like, I'm not even joking.
That's actually really cute, but that does make sense. But you know, you're gonna. It's craziness, and we see Grubby's already starting his next Stargate. Neither player has started any Phoenix upgrades yet. Eventually, it's silly to not get Phoenix up. I've never seen range happen.
I've never seen range in PvP.
I mean, it would be awesome, but I've never seen it. I don't think I ever will. But
I've seen
it would be cool.
Games. Like, do you mean outside of PvP?
I'm talking about in PvP.
Okay,
I've never seen
right,
it.
Yeah, in PvP I've never seen it either.
Okay.
+1 air is now started here for Grubby, so...
That's smart. And the thing is, +1 is worth more than another Phoenix at this point, by far.
Yeah.
So that's super important.
And especially since in the way Phoenix fire, they fire twice in every single volley, so it's benefiting W as well.
Yeah, and in fact, you're going to want to notice how we're getting a Forge right now for MC. Cannons are actually good at this point in PvP. And he can get plasma shields, which is worthwhile.
Oh, God, yes.
And once you're done +1 air attack, oh, my God, he is actually
going to do it.
I can't believe he's going range. This is so exciting. I've never seen this in PvP. I've been in so many games on the Korean ladder and seen some as well with the Phoenixes just going at each other nonstop, but I have never seen anyone go range.
And this is going to be, if one person goes for range and the other person does not, how much of a breaking situation is that going to be for MC? MC actually sort of needs range here, going up against range, right?
And he's going for it. I don't know why both these guys apparently know to do this, but I've still never seen this in a pro game. I've never seen it on the ladder. I've never seen it in any of the pro gamers' practices that I've seen. This is... Wow, I love it, man. This is so exciting.
I can't even remember what it's called. Anion Pulse Crystals.
Can't believe you didn't remember that. What
Dude.
a bad commentator.
Oh, thanks very much, man.
All right. This is wild, man. I cannot even express how exciting this is. Notice how Grubby instantly getting that third Nexus. Big deal. It's a big deal because,
really
again,
is.
you can't punish each other. You can't fly across the map. It's getting silly. And... You know, he's got a probe lead. He's had a little probe lead all game because of that quicker Nexus. So he's up by 9 probes. That's literally the entirety of the supply. They're similar in everything else. And with that third Nexus, I feel like his economy might get good enough that he can sneak in really quick tech up all the way to High Templars. And not necessarily even feedbacks at this point because, I mean, that means your opponent has to go across the map. Maybe you bring them with you and do that. Or maybe you go straight into Archons. I don't know. It's like really hard to say, but the extra minerals of MC could go into cannons, which are good against Archons. I mean,
like, we're doing this on the fly, guys.
Yeah,
this is a situation almost no caster has ever really been in.
They're both playing this so well.
Yeah, they are. They really
and
are.
It's something that you don't see enough.
Oh
my God, Grubby's going for it. Right now, he actually has 3 more Phoenixes.
He's got his Pulse Crystals as well, and right now he's actually just going to go for it here. Here comes the engagement. Grubby actually falls back for now. He realizes he can't take this engagement with a few Stalkers that actually could be laying around on the ground, as well as Guardian Shield also. That's huge.
The Guardian Shield is unbelievably huge. And now, because they have Fleet Beacons, +2 air attack, of course, air attack is going to be more important than air armor, just for a bajillion reasons.
Unit counting station, man. What's going on?
Armor upgrades don't scale as well for Protoss because they have plasma shields.
Yeah.
But I would love to see MC get plasma shields, to be honest. I really would.
Yeah, that would be quite...
because at this point, getting more Phoenixes is great, but upgrades are actually worth more.
I mean, at 3 base, even a second cybernetics core is really important here.
Like, when you get up this high in these units, guys, that have double shot especially, upgrades are worth so much more than additional units.
Yeah, they really are.
They should be getting them. And the fact that this passed my mind, MC is just now getting +1 for Phoenixes, so Grubby's actually well ahead.
Yeah, actually.
He's well ahead.
As long as he kind of sits around and grabs the +3 and then goes for an engagement when he's actually... Because he's also 20 supply ahead as well, and only 10 of that right now-ish is in actual probes. Yeah. So, actually, no, it's kind of evened out right now. So, but the point is that he's getting his Templar archives, and that is a very, very big deal here. Yeah,
like, literally, if he has Archons and his opponent does not, he can just stop making Phoenixes, go into, like, a ton of Archons, but... Let's not forget as well, what if MC sniffs this out and adds Void Rays that get plus versus massive?
Yeah.
With these attack upgrades, Void Rays, slaughtering off Archons. What am I watching here? This is so awesome.
But then, what happens if one of them decides, I'll go for a mothership, I'll push out really slowly. You have to spread your Phoenix now for Vortex, and then Archon Toilet in this matchup.
My brain is breaking. This is so amazing.
This is... Wow. How many
He's actually getting charge right now.
Yeah, he is.
I don't see that as being useful.
Shield upgrade.
Zealots aren't going to do anything. Whoever wins the Phoenix battle kills all the Zealots in 12 seconds, literally. Like, as quickly as you can press G, they evaporate. So the Zealot Warpins I don't get. I don't like that at all. But, you know, you know what? Okay, now I get the Zealot Warpins. What he's going to do is maybe, like, send Zealots towards a base to see the Phoenixes go over there.
Yeah.
So he can go ravage another base.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. But, like, straight up in a battle, they aren't going to be all that useful.
Phoenix for MC moving out into the middle of the map right now. Still Phoenix on the way galore for both of these players.
Another Nexus.
And, yeah.
Grubby's staying up on those Nexuses, man, and he's getting more upgrades. And Grubby really, I suppose he agrees with me pretty thoroughly on the overall strategy of this, of Nexuses and Phoenixes.
Well, what
Phoenixes
can you do?
can't attack a Nexus. Well, with this many, like, 20 Phoenixes should be able to lift a Nexus. Let's be realistic.
Sure, man. Like, they accumulate all the energy, Spirit Bomb style, from the entire wealth of them, and then just try and pick it up.
Oh my God, he has 3 Phoenixes just flying out.
Yeah, where are they going? Where are they going?
I don't know.
Artosis, what's going on?
He's going to get out of there! Well, that was a quick and painful death. We have better upgrades on the Phoenixes of his opponent right now. And Archons mix in.
Yeah.
Now that he sees the Archons, MC has to be a little bit worried. Because he pulled back, let the Archon get splashed, and wowzers.
What on earth is going on? He's separating these units quite well here, despite being all clumped up as well. The Archon's doing a lot of damage. What is going on, Artosis? I can't tell. The Archons get so much splash damage there, and Grubby is 50 supply up right now against this based army for MC.
It's Dem Archons, man. That is exactly what's going on. Archon's so good against Mass Phoenix. MC just not looking that far ahead in the matchup, deciding, well, you know, you're supposed to say Phoenix, but normally someone makes a misstep by now and the game has been decided. So he just didn't realize, I guess he just didn't think that, oh, once you get 3 bases, you have enough for Archons, and then the Phoenixes suck.
He goes for the engagement once again. Those Phoenix actually flew just out of range as the Archon hit them and making it look like the Archon had like 7 range. But for now, he's still actually going for the push here. If he can shut down all the economy at this 3rd base, MC is going to be vastly behind. The Phoenix still going for the engagement once again. The Archon's ripping everything apart of what MC has right now. It's 150 supply to 61 here. MC is on the verge of elimination. GG!
And I heard the roar of Grubby.
We can hear the roar of the crowd as well. So many people watching this game for the 5th game. Grubby eliminates SKMC in one of the most insane PvPs of all time. Grubby goes over to the crowd.
Wow. Just wow. MC not happy with how that turned out, but Grubby understood the theory of the situation. I tell you, I don't know that Grubby's ever done that before. The range is making more and more sense the more I think about it. He actually went over with that engagement. But the fact that he looked ahead and said Archons is awesome, because to do that in a game.
Yeah.
Wow. Fantastic games. I'm happy. All right, so Grubby moves on, guys. He's in that round of 4. Absolute madness going down here.